Hey guys, today I'm going to review this series of fights that I had with my brother Miguel just to practice. I'm just going to kind of look through it and see what we can learn from it, see what both of us did right and what we did wrong. So we'll go ahead and just start.
I don't think it works.
I'm the fighter on the right in the short sleeve shirt, and Miguel is the one long sleeve shirt on the left. So we're just going back and forth, looking for range. One of my focuses on this sparring set was to try to keep my feet moving and not be static, either moving forward or backwards, trying to look for an opening. That's what I'm doing right now, is looking for the range I want. Miguel is taller than me, so he's trying to not let me get the range. And there, we'll go back and look at that exchange in slow motion. I think I overextend. So I step in here, totally whiff on my dagger parry, try to find his blade, but it looks like the blade is on the outside of my arm. You can see there on the outside of my dagger arm, so I couldn't quite get a good parry on it. And I try to make a second parry, don't get it. But then I foolishly try to extend in again, I think because I feel like I could get him because he felt vulnerable on the inside, but my dagger totally goes right behind me. I'm trying to duck out of the way of his shot, but big overextension. I think I come up short because he voids back just enough. You can see in his feet, he takes a little bit of a step back. Boom, and then his back leg is loaded. He just lunges out of it. And my dagger was so out of position that I can't come back enough, and he just catches me in the center line. Really nice by him. I do not like, I overextended way too much on that exchange. So we'll set again. That time I think I did get him. It's hard to tell in the video, but I keep my dagger, as you can see. So I step in, and then I lunge, and you can see my dagger stays in front of me, and his blade kind of goes past my face there, but the point is I'm inside his point, and I think I come inside his dagger, hit him in the center. Yeah. So I much prefer that attack. You also see the offline step, so lunge straight forward and retreat on an offline makes it harder for him to hit you, and I stay behind my dagger. You want to keep your hands, always stay behind your hands. Let's keep going. You're just playing at range. See, those little step in and out I'm doing, I'm just trying to get him to overcommit or for him to not move, and then I can get the range I want and capitalize on that. But he does a really good job of not letting me do that. And then here again, I overextend again, and he hits me for it. Yeah, we play at range. He comes in, and my defense is bad, my dagger is a little wide, my sword's dropped down too low, and I cross my feet on my retreat. Yeah, right there my feet come together. So here I'm totally, you can see I'm all stood up, like my feet are together. And he just comes in and hits me. Nice by him. So, just playing the range game again. A little too static here. I was trying to keep my feet moving. I like this better. Yeah, back and forth. Okay, this shot I really like that I do on him. I think it's pretty cool. So I make a small advance forward, and then I raise my dagger high. So I know he has to shoot low under my dagger, which means I only have to make one parry, and I do a passing step or a flesh to come in. So I push off my front foot, so I close up, and he throws here, and I can easily parry because I've already kind of told him where he has to shoot. Like I've only given him one option, so I make that parry, and then I throw center line, and then I step offline again. So it's a nice little like dance in, get the shot, step offline. So I'm really happy with that attack. I think it's really nice. And I think it was just set up because he gave me the range, but let's go back and look. Yeah, so I advance forward here and here. Yeah, and you can see he's a little slow on his retreat, so I've covered the distance, which means I can start my attack. So just little things like that is what changes it at the high level of fighting. So you see, when he advances in a little bit, right here, as I retreat, I bring my dagger to cover, to stay right in front of his blade, and I keep my sword back so he can't cover his sword, my sword with his dagger, sorry, and so I'm in a very defensive place, and if he were to throw in, I could capitalize on that, because I had my daggers ready to parry his sword. My sword is in a position where he can't cover it as well, so if he were to throw here, I could kill him, so that's good defense and good range keeping. I like that. And he doesn't commit. He could see that, we'll go back and look at that. He could see that he didn't have the range or the opening he wanted, so he didn't throw. So we'll go and look at this exchange. So let's see. I step in. He gives me the range. I try to do a cross parry on his sword. He comes down, pulls me down, throws low. I think he just misses my leg. I try to throw back, miss him, cross parry, retreat out. So nice exchange. Neither of us overcommitted. We both threw attacks, but there was no openings, and so it just kind of ends in nothing. Yeah, looking at it at speed again. So resetting. Yeah, so I'm probing for the range. I think he gets me on this one. Let's look at that one again. This is a nice combination that he throws. Steps in, goes for the foot, pulls me down. I really shouldn't have parried. You really shouldn't parry a foot shot with your dagger. Like, that's really sloppy here. Throws high, just goes over my shoulder. You can see the tip right there, past my face. Throws again. I cross parry. Yeah, so he doesn't quite get me. I really like that combo he threw, though. Just didn't quite have the range. And I should not have parried the foot shot with my dagger. That was sloppy. Yeah, that's not a good retreat by me. I kind of bring my feet together too much. It means I can't counter very well. That's a little better. If you get a little wide, but... And we'll look at this exchange. But I don't think anyone dies on it. So let's see. I step in, get the range. I get a good parry with my dagger here, but I think I'm a little late. Oh, and and he slips his blade out, which he's really good at. Tried to cross parry, throw. He throws back, end up on the outside of his hand. And then I have to just foul. I'm just covering down. And I try to do the angle back, so I'm covering him. My sword is on top of his sword. And so I try to flick it back in, but this is something I do a lot, and he knows, and so his dagger's already there. He tries to counter back, so I just have to bring my sword back down again to block him out, and then just leave. So, good defense on both ends, but no hits. I like my feet here. I'm keeping them moving. Yeah, good retreat. Not giving him what he wants. He's not giving me what I want either. It's a nice attempt by him. Didn't have the range. Or did he? Let's look at that, actually. So he does that foot into a midline, a shot again. And I think I just cover, and this is really nice by him, because he's, boom, there. I don't bring my dagger as low that time, which is better. I made an adjustment. And then as he comes in, nice long lunge by him, really good extension, and he's keeping his dagger covering my sword. And I think he just comes up a little short on the shot. So good exchange. Come back in, looking for the range. That time, I think he just gets me. Look at it. I step in, he counters back. So good retreat, and then he counters back in. I parry down, he comes back up. Yeah, I think he gets me there. Good retreats. I like that I'm keeping the range. It's a lot of fighting, it's just keeping the movement there. So let's look at this exchange again. So he steps in, I retreat, good. I come back in, trying to attack, trying to find his sword with my dagger. I kind of sloppily, they get it here, not how I like to get it, and I'm kind of in a weird leaned over position. I throw down. He covers really well with his dagger too, and I think I just have to leave. I was in such a bad place. I had a parry on his sword, but I'm in such an awkward position, and the angle I had to have to cover his blade was bad, and so I just think I just had to leave. Having a good sense of when you're in a bad spot and you just need to retreat out is a really important thing to learn. Playing the range here. If you just let Miguel set where he wants, he will beat you, so you have to keep your feet moving if you have any hope of winning. Let's see, so going forward, he totally fakes my dagger out. I think I actually catch him with a stop thrust here, maybe? Yeah, I think just barely there. Got a little lucky on that one because he had totally faked my dagger. He gets me. He does that little low-high combo again, and this time I think he totally gets me with it. So he goes boom low. I do catch him with my dagger here, and I counter back. I think I'm too drawn out. Yeah, that's what it was. So because I got this parry with my dagger, I think I thought, oh look, I can counter back. But he frees his sword, and now I'm really exposed. My dagger's way wide, and my feet are super spread. Like I'm really extended and overextended. And he just comes in, and my dagger's too wide, and he catches me center line. Really nice by him. Now look at this one again. So let's see. So he steps in, initiates, gets a good range, throws low. I cover with my dagger low. He disengages high, cover with my dagger high. I counter back and miss, and he covers, throws out. And I think he throws wide. Yeah, we both just kind of both miss each other there. Good defense. Looking for the range again. Okay, this time is pretty interesting. So he initiates, steps here, and tries to disengage, but I read it pretty well and parry with my dagger, and just come in and hit him center. So he way overextends. If you can get someone to overextend into your defense, it's really nice. And so boom. So what he misread the situation. He thought he had disengaged the dagger, but he hadn't. And I had a really nice parry and counterpunched him. So looking for the range. So I like that lunge that I do. I think I overextend here though. So let's see. Advance, long lunge, good form, covering his sword with my dagger. Good extension. Boom. Come back. He gets his sword free, throws back. I cross parry and retreat out. So good defense on both ends. I like the extension I had. It was on the edge of being an overextension, but I think I like the form. He just defended it too well. This is another time where I think I just get a good read on where he's going to throw, and he overextends into my dagger. So boom, yeah. So I take him really wide. So I parry here, and he tries to disengage, but because I bring my arm out really far to my left, he can't. I cuts off his angle, and he overextends in, and I catch him in the center again, in the stomach. So just playing range here. Try to throw in. Nope. He tried to come back. I denied the range he wanted. He didn't have an opening. Okay, I think he gets me here. So let's see. He steps in, I step back, try to find his sword with my dagger, totally miss. He throws. No, I think we both just, no one dies there. We'll watch one more fight. This video's already getting too long. So I tried to counterpunch here, but he just comes up short. He throws. I pull my dagger way too far back on that. That's bad. And then my feet are horrible in this as I retreat. See, like, yeah, my dagger should be more forward. And I bring my feet together too much here. Yeah, don't like that. Resetting. Whoops, sorry. Okay, totally eat that one. Let's look at this. So he comes in, does that low-high combo, boom, yeah, and I just am out of position. So good set by him. I think I just fall for the low too much. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. So let's look at that. Let's look at that exchange again one more time, and then that'll be the last one. So he comes in, throws low. Yeah, I bring my dagger down, which is bad. And then I'm out of position for him to come up again. And he does a nice little roll up. Boom, boom, yeah. You can see it hit the face. So, good fights by him. I think this was a good set of fights. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And have a nice day.